The hearings at the Royal Commission and the Governance Institute Ethics Index results are telling us that the financial sector has very low levels of trust and is considered unethical by a large segment of the public. This has flow-on effects for business in general, and it's also telling us that business, and the financial services sector in particular, is going to have to work very hard to regain the trust of retail customers. The voice of the retail customer needs to be really clearly heard in all organisations. There's been a lot of focus at the hearing on the experience of retail customers, and I think that was something that we also saw in the APRA report into CBA. Really, the voice of the retail customer was not being heard. Financial services institutions have been thinking about customers more in terms of, what can our products do for you? They need to really think much more about, what are their obligations to their retail customers. Remuneration structures need to reward the right sort of behaviour. Organisations need to think quite carefully about the sorts of behaviour their remuneration structures, not just at the top level, but across the organisation, is incentivising. And remuneration structures need to reward appropriate and good behaviour towards customers, and also this will help improve the culture in these organisations. It can be the non-financial risks in an organisation that can bring you down, particularly conduct risk, which relates to the behaviour of the people who work for you, and that boards need to have oversight of the culture in their organisations and take more ownership of culture. Can we, should we, those two questions were probably the key takeaway from the APRA report into CBA. And I think they're questions that organisations in front of the Royal Commission also need to be asking themselves. The APRA report called on CBA to inject these questions into their DNA, but I think that they need to be asked more generally across the financial services sector. We can do this, but should we do this? I think for me, that's one of the key learnings from some of the things that we're seeing in the media over the last 6 months.